Sit back and relax for an evening with the Thamesmen.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Good morning, good evening, good night, whatever time zone you're in right now.
Thank you so much for joining us. It is really early for us, isn't it?
Well, we are recording this bit of it, but we are in the live chat if we woke up.
Yeah, so we've recorded this part because obviously how we do it, George and I in different locations. George is down in LA, I'm in San Francisco, and we're worried about technical issues, and we haven't learned how to stream, have we?
Not quite yet. We're getting there. We'll get there. But anyway, we didn't want to mess this one up because it is too important. Apologies for the folks who are on the West Coast like us. I know it's early in the morning if you're here. We just know that there's a large following for Nightwish in Europe, and we wanted to try and hit an optimum time for them as well. So anyway, it will prevail the recording for forever.
Anyway,
maybe.
Hello, Nightwish Army, and welcome to the Poet and the Pendulum premiere from us. And we are just there. Look at that. We are live, and you can say hello to us. So say hello, Alex. Say hello, George.
Hello. No. Sorry, you meant on the chat.
Not you. Not the live George. Not the dead George.
What do you mean dead? Just not. Okay, that's enough of that. Anyway, so honestly, we are a bit nervous about this one. We are a little bit. We've done a few Nightwish tracks and we love them, and it was started out with Ghost Love Score with just absolutely. We knew nothing. And we've been following the comments, we've read up, and this one we've done even more homework, which is, definitely so I've got my notes here, and we've been reading the letters and we've been following through. Now we haven't watched the video, but we have been doing some reading. So
yes. So everyone told us go and do our homework, and out of respect for everyone who's joining or watching this, we've gone and done our homework. So before we haven't heard the track, so we can't talk about the track, but we can talk about, I think, to begin with, which was the open letter to the singer.
I think that's what set it off, I think, because this is, as we understand, this is the first track on the album after Tara had left, Dark Passion Play, and originally sung by Annette, I believe. It looks like it was a pretty torrid time for them all. By the sound of it.
I'm not going to, if you don't mind, guys. I don't think we should go into this too much, because obviously there's a lot of pain
and passion,
and a lot of pain and passion, and it's one side. It's just one person's letter.
Well, the letter is one side.
Yes. Yeah. And honestly, I don't feel I've got any right to comment on this at all. I'm not educated enough. I don't know enough. I know everyone here in the commentary is. All I can say is there's a lot of pain. I don't think this was anyone's most respectful hour. They're breaking up is hard, whatever you do. And it's just, if a phenomenal song has come out of it, great, I
mean, it's amazing with bands, because we as outsiders watch bands with great passion. But I don't think we understand the dynamics and the energy within a band, and musicians who have great ideas and great thoughts and great passions. It's amazing to me that any band stays together for any length of time, honestly, and a lot of them don't.
Actually, I feel slightly more educated on this one. My father, for those who don't know, is a professional musician who's been in the same band since 1967. And he says it's a marriage. 4 people are in a marriage. 4 people are in a marriage in his band, and they're divorcing all the time. It's just touring is incredibly tough. And he's been touring with the same band, and they travel separately. And the only time they see each other, literally, is when they get on stage together. Yeah. So, I mean, I see behind the scenes how tough it is for him as a professional musician. So any band out there who is touring at the level of Nightwish, it's tough.
Yeah, you got to put up with a lot of stuff. Anyway, so as we understand, this is a reaction to that moment, that sort of explosion within the band, and it took Thomas hard. He's obviously the heart and soul of the band, and this was his way out, I think. And by the sounds of it, it could have been another way out, which would have been a lot worse. And so he's diverted his emotions into this song, and so, which is a great way to do a song, I think. But anyway, let's see how it goes.
Yeah, we haven't heard it, and remember, guys, we're not that smart. And we really are not that smart, and we're trying to ascertain what we can from it. But for the first time listening through it, I doubt we're gonna
get it all.
No, knowing us. Probably nothing.
No, I have read through the lyrics, and they're deep. They've got a lot to them. But let's see them.
I read the lyrics, and you know what?
What?
Made no sense to me.
Well,
I'm not educated enough.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us. Please join in the comments. And if you like what we do, subscribe. And anyway, let's get on with the song. That's what we're all here for. Let's do it.
And also, we'll talk about what we're doing with Nightwish after this track as well later on.
Okay.
Anyway,
all right.
Here we go, guys. We're not going to stop and snip the music. We don't do that. We let it play all the way through out of respect to the band. So we'll just let it play from beginning to end to get the whole experience, and we'll chat to you on the other side. Okay.
Count me in.
3. Oh dear. 3, 2, 1. Boom.
afraid, so afraid, being raped again and again and again. I know I will die alone, but loved. You live long enough to hear the sound of guns, long enough to find yourself screaming every night, long enough to see your friends betray you. For years, I've been strapped onto this altar. Now I only have 3 minutes and counting. I just wish the tide would catch me first and give me a death I always longed for.
Whoa.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God.
That is a masterpiece. I mean that's a we are not worthy kind of moment, I think.
I am so sorry that anyone had to go, or people had to go through that much pain. That was, I
think I see redemption in that song, don't you? I mean, it started, the very first words in it were the end. And the last words in it were the beginning. And is it like he had come to an end and now he starts a new beginning, a new, like there's a sort of what's the catharsis?
I was trying to keep notes all the way through it. You're right. It started with his death.
Well, I think it became the unbearable pressure,
right?
And then you have the reference to the pit and the pendulum. That pendulum was Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
And it's a Spanish Inquisition, but it doesn't matter. Trapped in a pit or in a cellar with this pendulum slowly coming down on them, like it's inevitable doom coming to you. And maybe he was feeling that inevitability of like death.
Well, the pendulum is Judgment Day. For me, it was like he knew he was friends with Tarja, and that even with their friendship, he knew there was an impending, slowly getting lower and lower at Judgment Day, and it was going to come.
Well, the pressure was coming upon him,
and he knew it was coming. And I thought it was in the second verse when it got very emotional.
Right.
That's when the blade came and killed him. And
well, I think it was
Judgment Day,
or the decision, maybe.
And that was my only take. I'm sure the comments are absolutely, going mad saying I'm a complete idiot. But I thought that is that. And then he died, and then he wanted to go home.
Well, his mother and father, actual mother and father, or is that like a godlike position? You're sort of retired to the sort of the heavens, and you're at peace at that point.
No, I took it actually as because there's a father, heavenly father, but there's no mother, so I actually took it as his, unless it was mother or Earth mother. I took it as actual parents when it's home and mum and dad, and it's like the safest place, or back to the womb, or back to the child, or away from the pressure. It doesn't. I don't think it cares if it's metaphorical or if it's actual. It's still the metaphor of I suppose safety and moving away from all the stress.
Now, I had a question for our people out there, and this might be completely off base. And I would. There was the section called the Pacific, and it was a very sort of, it almost felt like it was something had happened to them. A moment on the beach, on the shoreline, on an ocean. Oh my God,
I got that, but I didn't want to bring it up.
Yeah, because I wondered if there had been a actual event or something where they'd been beside the ocean or at the edge of the seas, and that was what. Because I don't know, it seemed very specific, saying the Pacific.
I understand there is a controversy that I don't want to get into because there's no answer. How can anyone here answer it? Was there feelings or was there not feelings? We don't know. Who am I to know? I'm some strange guy in San Francisco. But when he started going on about the blue waters and the Pacific and a waterfall, and it seemed and sitting on the shore, and it seemed like a very Pacific place. Or
maybe he came to a realization while staring out at an ocean or something, or maybe that was a moment of where he could form his thoughts and come to a decision or come to some moment. It just felt like there was something about that which I'd like to know more. And then
the when Marco starts singing about the robbers.
Yeah, well, the crucifixion imagery sort of thing.
Well, apparently the robbers, on the right-hand side, you have one robber, he got crucified, two robbers got crucified with Christ. You got right-hand side, one guy who mocked Jesus and the other guy who defended Jesus. And I actually think you've got to have some balls to be nailed up on a cross and still be mocking someone, because your life is not that good at the moment. I tell you what, he's that guy up on the cross, whoever robber one, whoever was who went down in history, had some fucking brass balls being up there, nailed to a cross, and still trying to take the piss out of Jesus. Anyway, Robert II, he defended Jesus, and he then was allowed to go to heaven. So who was that?
Maybe that was a symbolism of like either side of the discussion about these things, or
I thought that could be the band Conflict. You know, and I'm sure should he go? Maybe he was the one who was defending Tarja because they were friends, and I don't know. But that's the symbolism I took. That was the argument within the band.
Yeah. And I bet it was.
And Nightwish being the actual Jesus or the vehicle or the on the cross, and then they got the two argumentative side. But
yeah. The other bit of imagery was when they had the video in the background, the pendulum swinging backwards and forwards. There was also birds flying across it, and then later on, I think it was Marco was talking about crows, and I can't remember where it was said, but here it says as the crows feast on the rotting poet. Crows were also a big symbolism of death, because I don't know if you've ever seen, they were used in old painting. And I remember very famously Van Gogh painting like 3 days before his suicide or a week before his suicide, an image of a cornfield and with crows over a certain part of it, and as a symbol of death. And that was where he committed suicide.
And what is a collective noun for crows?
A murder.
A murder of crows. Oh.
Yeah. Is that the sound a crow makes?
That was a crow.
I didn't quite catch it.
I'm not doing it again because this is too too important. There was really, really hard to catch up, but it was so sad at the end. It was so sad all the way through. You know,
do you think they still play this song regularly? I mean, we haven't seen them live yet. I mean, to do that on a regular basis would be a big ask, I think.
I don't think so, because at one point, the guitarist Empu and the Marco, the bass player, went over to the keyboard player, and I thought it was just like, well, okay, this is probably a hugely emotional time for him. This is his song, and he literally
bearing his soul at that point, isn't he?
I didn't know that he actually mentioned himself, and he killed himself, and he actually brought his name up and said, and he's dead.
No, exactly. That was
and then we went into this really beautiful sequence at the end with Floor doing this most amazing.
Honestly, I was glad she did, because it lifted me at that point, because it went from that darkness to something very beautiful. And that's tough. That was really tough.
Yeah, but how in pain must you feel to have then actually put that down and write that song?
Yeah.
I'm sorry for everyone. I'm very sorry for Tarja, because in being in public and going through this, I'm very sorry for the band that they had to go through all this. I'm very sorry for everyone. I mean, the song is absolutely beautiful, but I can't imagine that they would do this. I don't think it's the happiest song out. I
think to do it well, you've got to be in the right place. You can't just do it every time. I think it's not a song.
Well, you mean backstage you're going to just like look at strangle kittens and then go on? So you're in the right emotional state.
Is that what professional musicians do, Alex?
Or to get themselves in the right state, they just get given a box of puppies and they just shake them, and then they go out and feel really sad, and then they can pull the song off.
You are weird.
Oh dear, I wish I hadn't said that. That's really made me feel really bad. Don't judge me. I'm sorry about that.
Sometimes your filter is lacking, but that's okay.
We can't edit it now either.
Anyway,
I don't know if I can. I don't know on the first round if I can read much more into that.
I think we definitely got to keep watching that one. I think and that's a great sign. If you can't get everything from a song in one sitting, that's great, because it shows it has depth and subtleties, and that's interesting. So
I actually want to go and read the Pit and the Pendulum.
Edgar Allan Poe. I read it years and years ago.
Well, you know what book I've got next lined up for me, which is The Greatest Show on Earth. So after the last track, I went and bought the book. That's waiting for me. So basically, I'm watching Nightwish track.
They're generating your reading list, are they?
Yeah, because I want to get nearer to Nightwish, because to see you to
understand the influence.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm being educated.
Talking about what we're going to do next.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So obviously this was like one of the big three, and it is a big one. But we have a great desire to see Wacken the whole way through. Now, one of our subscribers, David, has very kindly helped us out a little bit, but we got to get the technology together to be able to do we really want to see the whole concert as a thing, as a one piece, see how it all goes together, which obviously takes a bit of technology on our part. So
so we George and I, we know, obviously, as you now know, we don't watch the videos until we're together and we're with you. So we actually haven't seen the whole. We haven't seen a collective.
Little bits of it, haven't we? Obviously, but
we haven't seen the collective experience, have we?
No, and I really want to. So so that's on our radar. We're going to be doing, and
so I think we're going to try and do it in 3 or 4 videos, or
we'll have to see how it cuts up and see how it can work, so we can try and get it past the YouTube censors and all that sort of stuff.
So the whole Wacken concept, and that is something that George and I are very keen to do, because to get the full, I mean, you guys, you're lucky. You go off and listen to the whole Nightwish. We can't. We do it piecemeal.
Well, we could, but it spoils. I tell you, and for the people, remember your first time hearing Nightwish songs, and we just want to keep, by taking it slowly, which is excruciating. We get to hear like everything new, and that's great. That really is great. It really is fun. So
the Wacken will be the whole shebang,
as the whole enchilada, as they say here.
The whole enchilada. So that's coming up. It's not by the end of that's not the end of Nightwish. No, there's still loads more, and we're really enjoying the journey. But we want to start getting a collective on that one, so that's good. And right,
So please keep commenting. The chat will stay up for like 60 seconds after the video ends, because then YouTube cuts off the live chat. But we'll just leave it up for 60 seconds, and we'll just say thank you or bye or whatever happens to be. We do have what.
I was going to say, we're there in the chat, so we're going to just tell us how stupid we are about where they are, and how off the mark we are, and because we're here to learn.
We absolutely are and listen, and we wouldn't have got where we've got so far without all the great comments from everyone out there. And Nightwish Army, you guys, girls are awesome. Yes. You have a great attitude. You have a great
the best fan base of every band, because we've done quite a lot of bands, but the Nightwish guys all around the world. Just the nicest people. We've never seen Nightwish, and we've got tickets to go and see them next year in LA. So we hope to see you there. And if you could do one thing to help us, if you could just like that button, because it gets this video just pushes it out, which really helps us.
And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. That helps our YouTube algorithm. And if you're really feeling generous, we've got a Patreon channel, and you can join in and be part of the discussions there.
But no stress. We'll see you soon, and just thank you so much for being here. Mm-hmm. That was great. I loved it.
That was awesome. That was a special moment. All righty.
All right, guys. I'm off to write a letter about a pendulum and a beach.
I'm going to go off, and I don't know what I'm going to go do.
I'm going to go and hug a tree, and
exactly. Yeah. Oh, my phone's ringing.
Hello? It's Nightwish. There's Nightwish. They want their video back. They said you haven't got a freaking clue and you didn't understand anything.
Of all our videos we've done, I've never ever had the phone ring. It sits next to me, never. But I bet you someone trying to sell me a warranty or something.
You know why it never rings?
No one likes me.
You got no friends.
No friends.
I'm your friend. All right. Thank you very much, everyone.
Catch you later.
Cheers. Bye-bye.